everybody. It's Diana with Stamping with Di, and this is this week's Di's Shorts. And welcome to my Stamping with Di channel. It is August the 6th, 2021. I popped in like 1 second early so I could make sure I'm in the right spot. And I can see my face, so that's always good. Not that I can see my face, but at least I know I'm in the right spot. All right, so hold on a second. All right, good. So hopefully you have some stuff fun planned for this weekend. I don't think we're doing too much. Jeff doesn't have to work Saturday, so he'll probably do things that he couldn't do last Saturday because he did have to work. And he's always doing yard work, I swear. So he's the outdoor person, I'm the indoor person because it's too hot out. I did actually run some errands the other day. I have not left the house and got out of the car since the last time when I got my hair cut. So that was like 3 weeks ago. So, oh, it is fun. Hi, Jeannie. So, on Wednesday, I showed a quick tip or trick, if you want to call it, with the Deer Builder Punch. So I'll show that again today because now I'm going to actually show the card. And I also showed some amazing swaps. So I got a lot of people saying, thank you for sharing those. So not a problem. It was my pleasure. I also want to remind you, if you want to comment, you need to log in. So I had somebody comment the other day, and it was after the live. So it came to me in an email and it popped up, but I can't find it. So I think she commented, but she wasn't logged in. I don't know. So I cannot find that comment in order to respond to it. So if that's ever the case and you're like, why isn't she answering me? Log in and ask it again, okay? Because I have clicked and clicked and clicked. Hi, Sherry. On that, I can see it up there. I can see it, but I cannot find it right when I click on it to answer it. So anyways, it's fun with technology, right? Not necessarily. All right, so let me flip the camera. I guess I'm so blessed that we live in a time that we do have technology, that we can visit with our family and friends when technology switches, like overnight, it seems like, right? You get used to doing something a certain way, and then you go to do it the next time, and it is like completely different, and it gets a little like aggravating, and I just can't keep up sometimes. So and I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels like that. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Peaceful Deer bundle today, and I'm just showing you the catalog, and I'll show you the real stuff as well. But it also has coordinating DSP that is available. So when you order $50 before tax and shipping, you can pick the Peaceful Prints DSP, and that coordinates with this bundle. Now, the bundle is $36, and that includes a stamp set and the punch. But, hey, do you want to get it for free? You can get that bundle for free. All you have to do is join my team, and there is no better time to join than during celebration. It is $99 plus tax. Stampin' Up! Pays the shipping, so your shipping is free. And you can pick $125 before tax and ship, or like $125 worth of stuff, and you can pick whatever you want. I know when I joined like 23 years ago, the kit was kind of the kit, right? Now you can pick whatever you want. So there are actually 12 different bundles that you can choose. So if you're like, maybe you already ordered the Deer bundle. Maybe you're not a big fan of the Deer bundle, but there are other ones that you can choose instead. Now, keep in mind, you cannot pick celebration items with your starter kit, but your first order that you put in and you save at least 20%, then you can get your celebration items. So just because I have a lot of people ask me that. Do I get celebration items with my starter kit? And that answer is no. You get all sorts of other stuff. All right, so this is the Peaceful Deer stamp set, and then the cute little punch. All right, so I'm going to be using that. So let me set that aside. I'm also using Cherry Cobbler is my card base. And then I'm using some of that awesome DSP that I just told you about. So this is that amazing DSP, Peaceful Prints, that goes with the bundle. So I need that little piece and my innards. So I have this. Hey, Stephanie. So this is all my card pieces except for the deer. So I want to show you because I had, you know, maybe you missed that. Okay. So this is the punch. Now when you use the punches, I always turn them upside down so that I can see where I am going to be. So we have our cute little deer. So I'm just going over here. Oh wait, this is the one that's going the wrong direction. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Where is my deer that's going the right direction? Are you kidding me, Diana? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Hold on. Okay, it's alive, folks. It is alive. I'm coming over to my station and I'm grabbing my deer. Where are my deer? Heavens to Betsy, people. She really is flubbing it. I have to open up another pack. I have to open up another pack because I had so much fun doing these deer. I used my sheets up and I punched all the ones going the right way. Okay, so hold on a minute. I'm opening up a pack of the DSP. All right, so there we go. Ah, how funny. Well, not funny. Funny, funny, ha ha. No. Okay, so this is, let's go back to the deer. All right, so this is what I mean by I'm not wasting any deer. So there's a little deer here. So we're going to cut her head out. So I have a head, and then I'll do those bodies. All right, so hang on a second. Hang on a second. The deer, head to the left. Head to the left. All right. As I snip, snip, snip. So I can reach it. I was like thinking, oh, here, I'll get this whole strip ready. And they're the wrong way deer. Okay, back to, now I'll rewind. Okay, so you're going to put your punch in, and you're simply going to look through, and you have a little white border around your deer. So now you have that cute little deer. All right, so what I showed the other day, and I showed it really quickly right before. So this is the deer going the other direction. So what I did was I laid it on the window so that the sun was coming through. Then I could see that deer image coming through the back of the DSP. So then I just simply took my gel pen and I put like little guide marks where the deer was. I didn't trace it because you don't really need to trace it because you just got to use it for a guide. And now I can go back and I can use that guide. I have my little feet and my ears, the little belly mark. That looks good. And now this deer is also punched out with the white image around it, the white border around it. So that was what I showed. Okay, so now we're actually going to have fun with them. We're actually going to use them. All right, so I want this piece of DSP. I'm going to get my little grid sheet because I'm also going to use one of the blending brushes. And this card was inspired by a sample in the Celebration brochure. So I'm just going to ink up, and this is crumb cake, and I just want to add a little dirty to my edges. And I'm just adding some crumb cake just to the edges of my DSP. Now this DSP is Sahara Sand, and I tried it with this Sahara Sand, but it was so similar. You know how our colors coordinate. It coordinated so well, you could hardly tell that I was even doing that. So I'm like, I totally switched to a different color altogether, and now you can see that I have added that sponging and just a little, kind of shabby, look to it. All right, so then I'm going to go Garden Green, and this is a photopolymer stamp set. Photopolymer means you can see through it, so you can see where you're going to stamp, and that is super handy if you're using greetings or just any time, right? All right, but when you get it, when it's brand new, sometimes it will almost repel. Hi, Mary. Sometimes it will almost repel the ink, right? Sometimes the ink doesn't want to stick on it very well. And I'm sure it has to do with, how those photopolymers stamps are made. And I've seen it done when we went to the home office and stuff or Founder Circle years ago. We got to watch, we even got to stamp the cling ones out. It was so cool. So you got to see how it was made. And there's just a little bit of a film on there. So if you have that problem, what I always do with my photopolymer, before I use them, I just stamp them first in the Versamark, and then just stamp them, on your paper just to kind of get that Versamark off there. And then what happens is, then the stamp will take your ink a lot better. It kind of conditions it, right? It gets it prepared to accept that ink. All right, so now I'm going to put the tree. So if you have an issue with, your photopolymers, just try that. If you have a problem with any of your, any of your new ones, hey, it doesn't hurt. You're not hurting it to give it a try. It's like anything, right? Even the punches, I always say, punch them out first, because there's an oil on them from the factory that will get on your cardstock if you don't clean it off first. So I always punch my punches right away, get that oil off there. That also tells me if I have an issue with anything. And it's very important when you get your orders that you test everything out, so that you can holler at me and say, hey, something's not working properly, and then I can take care of it. If you don't use it 6 months later, you go to use it, then, you might have a little issue, with the exchange Stampin' Up's really good. But I always say, just give it a test. It doesn't take that long. All right, now this is just the inside of the card. So I am just stamping a couple trees. And then I want to stamp a deer in the crumb cake so that it matches that crumb cake that I sponged on the edges. And I have this little piece here. So this is actually the back side of the snowflake paper that I'm going to put on the front. I'm going to flip it over because I don't want the snowflakes on the bottom. And then it will just be the pattern on the bottom. So I'm going to put this dancing little deer. Now this is the one that's in the stamp set. So I'm not cutting her out. She's just going to be stamped right on the card. And she says, oh, what fun. She's just a happy, look how cute she is. She's a happy little dancing deer. All right. And then I'm going to use Pool Party, and we're just going to put a little bit of snow around her. And there's a little snow image that comes in that stamp set as well. And I'm just going to stamp a little bit of snow around. And I love this because your greeting is in this little deer. So you don't even need, to stamp anything else because it's in the deer. I think that's all the snow I want. I don't want to have it be a blizzard. All right. Let's see. What else do I want to stamp? I also want to put a greeting on the front. And that is the one that says, wishing you a wonderful year. What does it say? Oh my gosh. And Holy moly. I'm wishing you a wonderful year and friendships, dear. And it has deer. Like, it's not spelt like the deer. It's spelled deer like it should be, like deer person. But I love that it has, you know, the word deer in there because there's a deer. So you can kind of, you know, get the pun. But I like that they didn't make it be spelled deer because it's such a pretty, you know, pretty set. All right, so we're just going to stamp. And this is just memento right on there. Oh, for Pete's sakes. For Pete's sakes and all that. Look at that. It's stuck. Oh, well, we're just going to do another one. No big deal. It's alive, and it didn't take that long for me to do that card. And then I'm just going to have to see if I can fix that one. Otherwise, I have plenty of DSP. I have plenty. So we're just going to do this over. I can't believe it. I can't believe I boo-booed that. Hang on to the stamps, Diana. Don't let them fall. All right. So we'll just go repeat, repeat. So tree. Hang on to it. Tree. I can't believe I dropped it. It like sucked right into that. Just sucked the ink up. All right. Another tree. All right. Where's my greeting? I'm going to do it. I'm going to wash it. This time, I'm going to use it with the green. Because usually if my memento is like sucking like that, like it's sticking, it needs to be refilled, and I don't want to take the time to refill it. So I'm just going to do my wishing you a wonderful year and friendships, dear, in the green. Much better. No sticking. Okay, so then we can put our little deers on the front. And I'm just using glue dots, the baby glue dots, because the deer are small. And this one you can see, so you can see those lines, right, that I made, those little white marks that were my guides. But nobody is going to be the wiser that you did that. They're just going to think that, oh, we have two punches, that the deer goes both ways. Nope, it's a trick. All right, there we go. Let's see, let me get this out of here. Okay, let's put our deer on. And I have these ink pads open around me. They better just stay put. Oh my gosh, so the other day I was inking up. Luckily, it was just me, myself, and I stamping. And I went from magenta, and then I was like, oh, and I had all these pads open, and I knew better. And whatever you do, pay attention. And I usually put whatever I'm stamping on that pad, right? So if I have more than one open, then it forces me, there's a stamp on it. So I know, like, oh, that's for green, but I didn't. I had them all like just laying open, just waiting to be stamped wrong. And I did. I totally did. I took and stamped that green right into the magenta, or vice versa. And when you do that, I'm not going to show that because that's horrible. All you do, if you stamp the wrong color in an ink pad, don't stress. So you take a baby wipe and you just dab. So you just hold the baby wipe and you dab, dab, dab. So you'll have your baby wipe and you'll dab that color around. You're not pushing the baby wipe liquid into the, but basically the baby wipe is just going to suck that ink, right? And then it just slowly kind of goes away. And then you're going to have to put refill, you know, the right refill in there. But, so, you know, now my pad is totally fine. So, I mean, it still was like a pain in the tuchus because I didn't realize it till I stamped it on the card that I'd had green and pink now mixed. All right, so I'm going to close these pads. I am done with them. Okay, so now when I put this pretty paper on the front, I'm going to stick it on there a little cattywampus, or crooked, however you want to say. So it's just a little crooked. Okay, so it's a little bit crooked. And then I'm going to also put this one on a little bit crooked too. But this time I'm going to use, where's my Big Mama dimensionals? Big Mama, come on Big Mama. There we go. So we got our mamas and our babies. All right, so I'm going to put the Big Mama dimensionals on this one. And this is an easy card if you don't mess up and have to restamp. Now, if you were going to make a bunch to send, you may go, you know what, I'm not going to put dimensionals on the deer and underneath this layer. You might decide, you know, not to make it be too pushy-outy, you know, because of the postage. But it's totally up to you. All right, so then we have this one here. So remember, I turned this one on the back side. And it still has that same, I love that about it. It has the same plaid. It just doesn't have the snowflakes. I love that. So it coordinates super well. I love those snowflakes on there. All right. So that's the inside. Let me stick that on the inside. And then on the front, I'm going to put some embellishments just to add a little bit of bling to the outside. Let me get my card open. This was cherry cobbler. I think I mentioned that. Cherry cobbler, and then just the basic white, garden green, pool party, crumb cake. Alrighty. Then I'm going to use these embellishments here. And these are the silver and a clear epoxy essentials. I love these. There's circles, diamonds, and then teardrop shaped. And then I'm just going to use the circles. And then I find if I bend the plastic, I'm able to get my picker-upper tool up underneath there. So just give it a little bend, and then you can just get that off there. I love these. I seem to be using these ones more, and then they have the clear ones. They're underneath here, the clear ones. But it's the same shapes. And you can also, if you want them to be a different color, no problem. Just color on them with your Stampin' blends and turn them into, you know, a color that, you know, that you would like. But isn't that super cute, super easy? Hi, Aniki. And I love it. All right, so here's the one I was looking at. They're pretty similar. The deer might be in different spots. The little green is a little lower here, which kind of brings it more towards the deer than I did up here. And that has the memento because I didn't boo-boo that one. And then the inside, pretty similar too. So super cute. I have cut. Do I have cut to make another one? I think I do. Hi, Joanne. I think I do. I might have to cut another piece of that Sahara paper, though, since I boo-booed that one. But, and it's only DSP, right? I mean, you boo-boo, you boo-boo. It's not like I'm not going to lose any sleep over that boo-boo. Because look how cute it is on the back side. I can just flip it over and use the back side. Nobody would even know. So, but anyways. All right, so that should do me for today. Have a great weekend. If you have any questions, make sure you let me know. If you do not hear from me, then email me. And my email address is actually underneath because I had somebody wasn't able to reach me. So if you look underneath my videos, I'm like pointing down. Underneath the videos, I'm trying to think, what does it say underneath the videos? I think it just, that's where more information is. But my email address, please tell me my email address is in there. I'm like looking at it right now, right? My blog. Is my email address not there? Good grief, Diana. All right, I need to add my email address in there. But my blog and all that stuff is in there. So luckily she reached out to my blog. So I need to go in there and put that. That, not a good thing. But anyway, so always track me down and I will answer what you're asking about. So have a great weekend. I will see you Monday, 3 o'clock, same time, same channel, for the Mimeograph Monday, and have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks for having fun with me this week. All right, bye for now.